Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Unscripted on 13 Plus. I'm Carson Courier. Anna Orsini has the week off. So we do want to begin with a developing story. Late breaking news yesterday when a Pima County Sheriff's deputy was shot in the leg. He is expected to be okay this morning, but the suspect who did that still at large. So we want to show you some video from yesterday. You can see a huge police scene here this morning, as I mentioned, continuing to track the latest in this Southwest Side shooting after a Pima County Sheriff's deputy was shot, wounded in the line of duty. Again, the suspect at large, he is considered to be armed and dangerous. PCSD says the suspect is described as a Hispanic male in his late 30s. He is 5'9" with a beard. He was last seen wearing a dark shirt. So if you see this suspect, if you live in this area, you see anyone unusual in your yard or kind of walking around that fits this description, you are not supposed to go up to him. He is considered armed and dangerous. You're asked to call 911. Pima County Sheriff Nanos, he is scheduled to hold a news briefing at 10 a.m., so in about 30 minutes here. We will carry that live right here on 13 Plus, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Another big story here at home is we know that the family of a young Tucson woman is preparing to take her off of life support following a domestic violence assault. 22-year-old Soraya Moreno, it's the woman you see there on your screen. She was injured and then taken to a fire station. The interim complaint shows Moreno and her boyfriend were having an argument. The document shows she jumped on the trunk of the vehicle as her boyfriend tried to leave and eventually fell off. PCSD has said 25-year-old Anelito Adrian Olivas was arrested on an aggravated assault charge but was released by a judge after posting bond. Her father, Robert, tells us her organs will be donated once she is taken off of life support today. This heartbroken family has experienced tragedy before after losing her twin brother, Isaac, in a motorcycle crash in 2021. Absolutely devastating story here. We're going to continue to follow it for you throughout the day, throughout the next couple of days, and throughout the week. So we'll keep watching it for you. We'll keep you updated as well as soon as we learn more. We do want to move on, though, to another case here that's going to be in trial today. We know the trial for a woman accused of killing two people while texting and driving is going to resume today. Jana Giron, she's on trial for the crash that killed 21-year-old Caitlin Festerling and 22-year-old Paul Garcia. That was back in 2019. Giron is charged with 2 counts of manslaughter, 2 counts of criminal damage, 1 count of endangerment, and 1 count of tampering with evidence. Prosecutors say she hit Festerling's car at 53 miles per hour without hitting the brakes because she was texting. Now, the victim's car went in front of a work truck after that, and the work truck slammed into the vehicle. So the trial is expected to last until next week. In national news, though, we want to tell you the latest here on the Donald Trump case. So we know that Donald Trump, he's actually lost his latest bid for a new judge in his hush money case. Judge Juan Merchan, he declined to step aside, rejecting the third request by Trump. That's despite Trump's lawyers arguing that Merchan has a conflict of interest due to his daughter's work as a political consultant for prominent Democrats in their campaigns. Now, you may remember, Trump was found guilty by a jury on May 30th on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records for having covered up former personal lawyer and fixer Michael Cohen's $130,000 payment to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Again, huge national news story. We'll keep following it for you. We'll let you know the latest as this develops. But we do want to go ahead and take a live look to the U.S. Virgin Islands, where we know Ernesto is now a hurricane. The storm continued to gain strength as it moved across the Caribbean. It is now heading toward Bermuda this morning. The storm dropped heavy rain on the eastern part of Puerto Rico and caused hundreds of thousands of power outages this morning. It is expected to keep gaining strength and become a Category 3 storm. So again, right now, sitting at a Category 1. It is not expected to make a direct hit on the U.S., but is expected to cause heavy swells along the East Coast. So something we're going to continue to watch for you. Here at home, different story. That's a gorgeous shot out to Mount Bigelow this morning. You're seeing a little bit of fluffy clouds towards the top of your screen, but such green conditions because of all the rain we've gotten. I want to bring in 13 First Alert meteorologist Corey Kowitz this morning. Corey, taking a look at that picture, That's just gorgeous. Everything
Yeah,
is
it's
so
nice.
green because of all the
It is.
rain we've
It
gotten.
is nice to see all the greenery out there. We had a pretty good monsoon. We are right now a little past the midway point, but
Okay.
we're almost at what you normally see through all of monsoon.
Wow.
And monsoon ends September 30th, so we got a long way to go. So I have a feeling we're going to be above average. A lot of spots
That's
are
awesome.
doing well right now with monsoon in particular. Tucson and Nogales, two places that are doing very, very well. But let's now take a look at those current temperatures. 85 in Tucson, 80 in Wilcox, 79 Bisbee, 81 Nogales, already up to 97 in a place like Phoenix. And those current conditions, just a few clouds in the sky, 85. A little puffy looking cumulus clouds, but not seeing a whole lot out there. And we normally don't during this time of the day, and I don't think we will. We normally see those storms during the afternoon, because look at that, all that brown, that's just dry air coming in from the west, and that's just not going to create an atmosphere that's as conducive for creating those storms. So you can see a little bit of shower activity in the morning, trying to get going out east with some cloud cover here. Most of the region is clear, and I think it's going to remain pretty clear, maybe a few clouds in the sky, and a low chance for storms, right? A pretty low-grade storm day, especially for monsoon. 10% chance in Tucson, and it only peaks at a 20% chance region-wide for your afternoon storms today, up to just a 20% chance. In a place like Douglas, Sierra Vista, Nogales, Whitney, and Tombstone, if we see those high temperatures, kind of seasonally hot, right around that triple-digit mark for your high temperature in Tucson, and getting a lot hotter up I-10 up to 104 in Casa Grande, 89 at Sierra Vista. That's a pretty good looking high for them. Overall, pretty seasonable for those high temperatures. We'll break it down hour by hour for you guys. You can see the radar's picking up little showers, but nothing too much. Nothing too impressive. You can see a few storms and showers there. The storm's likely not super strong, and the showers and storms not very widespread, mostly to the south. Getting up to 102 sun during that time. 88 in Sierra Vista, 103 Casa Grande, and then by 7 it's just kind of fizzled out to cloud cover, and then clearing out through the rest of the evening hours, getting down to the 80s by that time. So really going to be quiet here, especially through Thursday, and a little bit busier by the time we get to Friday and in through the weekend. But overall, none of these patterns look super impressive for storms, so I don't know, maybe we're going to have a little bit of a more quiet second half of monsoon. It's certainly possible, and it's kind of trending that way, but going to get a little more busy by the time we get to the weekend. Temperatures very consistent in the 100 to 104 range. Hottest day likely Friday.
Okay. Hey, we'll take it.
Oh yeah, we'll take it. Well, we'd like to see a little better storm chances, but temperatures maybe a little bit cooler. But it's Arizona, so
Exactly.
you can't expect those 80s.
We can't have it all, Corey.
Maybe
If
in,
only.
3 months or so.
Fingers crossed. Thank you. We do want to kind of turn now to a good news story. We love to really showcase these stories from just different parts of the United States that are just so sweet and make you smile. It definitely, after going through a lot of the tough news stories at the top of this Fastcast, it makes you feel a little bit better. So this one, it's actually out of Wisconsin. So of course, I feel like many of you have heard about the gas station Quick Trip. It's a well-loved spot across Wisconsin, across really the United States. But some find love there too. Reporter Sophie Walk tells us how one couple is taking their quick trip to the courthouse. Let's take a listen.
Holly and Mike met in 2019 when Holly was working at her local Quick Trip and Mike was a dairy farmer nearby.
In 2019, he came in and I knew him through some mutual friends and stuff like that, but didn't actually talk to him. Yeah. I just always thought he was kind of cute coming in.
Holly says it is her coworkers who are to thank.
And my coworkers over our little headset kind of tried to get me up there to go check him out and kind of gave me a little push, and then he came up to the register and yeah.
The two bonded over a love for farming and hard work, and the rest was history. Over 3 years later, Mike proposed, and they could think of no better theme for their engagement photos than the place that brought them together.
I'm not a super serious person, so I just thought it'd be fun to, do Quick Trip glazers and chocolate milk.
Amber Shinkei, a friend and photographer, said when they asked her to bring the vision to life, she thought,
absolutely. Yeah. This is Holly. When I think of Quick Trip, I think of Holly.
The photos were a hit with all of Mike and Holly's family and her old coworkers at Quick Trip.
Kind of crazy. They're like, this is awesome, and they all kind of got a kick out of it.
Holly and Mike have their date set for March 2025, where they will officially be turning See You Next Time into See You Forever. Reporting from Janesville, Sophie Walk, WMTV 15.
How sweet was that? Well, turning now to another sweet treat. It is National Creamsicle Day. The creamy citrus concoction is enjoyed as more than just a frozen treat. It's also a featured flavor in other desserts as well, and also in other various beverages. Today, you can post your favorite variations on social media using the hashtag National Creamsicle Day. And of course, I'm going to pull up this 7-day forecast again with these temps. I mean, who would not want a popsicle or a creamsicle? So go ahead and enjoy it while you can. Let us know in the comments if you like creamsicles, if you don't. I feel like it depends on where you live. I feel like in the Midwest too, huge creamsicle people in the Midwest. That's where I grew up. So let us know what you think in the comments on Facebook or on YouTube. Now, I see a lot of you are actually tuning in right now. We did kind of push alert for Facebook, YouTube about the deputy-involved shooting. So I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about that again for those folks who maybe are tuning in to learn a little bit more about that. So we know we're continuing to track the latest in this South Side shooting after a Pima County Sheriff's deputy was shot and wounded in the line of duty. We are told the suspect is considered armed and dangerous. He is at large. PTSD says the suspect is described as a Hispanic male in his late 30s. He is 5'9" with a beard and was last seen wearing a dark shirt. If you see the suspect, you are asked to call 911. Do not approach him. Again, he is armed and dangerous. Pima County Sheriff Nanos is scheduled to hold a news briefing at 10 a.m. That's going to get started here in about 20 minutes. So we're going to air that right here on 13 Plus. He'll have the latest, maybe even give us the name of the suspect they're looking for, kind of what their next steps are, hopefully how the deputy is doing. So we will have that information for you shortly. We will also update our website at KOLD.com if you want to get your information that way. But for now, taking a live look outside this morning. Looking gorgeous. Going to be a little bit drier today. Temps, as I just mentioned, sitting at about 100 degrees, so not too bad. Be safe out there. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to tune in tomorrow for Unscripted on 13 Plus. That is happening at 9:30. Again, Sheriff Nanos, he is having a news briefing coming up in about 20 or about 15 minutes now. So we'll have the latest on that deputy-involved shooting here in the next couple of minutes. So make sure to stay tuned. Thanks for watching.